Hello everybody with hate and hello, this is Janine and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to share to you something. Well, it's not really much of something that happened, but it's just like an idea that comes into my mind in the middle of some little decision making. So I was at the grocery and I have like this thing in me that if I am on a budget, if I have a budget, I should be spending less than the budget I have. For example, I have 1,000 pesos. I have to spend less than 1,000 pesos so that I could keep the change and put it on my little piggy bank. So that is how I do it. I was in the aisle of the grocery. Little decision making of mine is connected to this certain math theory. And then I was like, oh, so this is what they say when life has a lot of mathematical, aside from counting your age, counting numbers, saving money, paying the bills. There's so many things that math can offer. Before I talk about the theory, you know in advertising where you are in the grocery aisle and there are floors, I usually call them floors of consumer act, which is, of course, the second and the third floor is on your eye level, and that is one advertising technique for you to buy or to get your attention, like, hello consumer, get me. Like, hello human. So of course, because I am on a budget, I go to the lower count floor where the budget friendly aisle is. Of course, check the ingredients, if it is okay. You balance the prices, this is what you want, if this tastes good, and if it didn't work for you, you go on the upper ground level. So in the little decision making that I was doing on the different floors that I'm in, I was like thinking of that theory, which is the Boolean Theory. Boolean Theory is a branch of mathematics dealing with variables that has and have only two values, true or false, and logical operations and or and not. And the funny thing about this, guys, I love Boolean Theory, but I never liked it when I was in high school. I never understood it, and I remember I just passed. And I didn't know how I passed. But I like Boolean Theory. I like it so much because it's how I usually decide on things. And I carry it all throughout my life. Like whenever I do little decisions in my life, I was like, okay, Boolean Theory mode. So what is the relation of my decision making with the Boolean Theory? Just like the variables of and, or, and not. So we're gonna be focusing on my grocery shopping, which is I have this want, which is atomic chips. First is and, which is to multiply. If I buy this one, I can multiply it to as much as I want. That equivalents into the bigger Tommy chips price. I'll take this one, and this one, and this one. And then here comes the or. This is where we're gonna weigh things. I'm gonna weigh things. Will I take the 3 little chips, or I'm gonna take the bigger Tommy chips? If I add all of this little 3 things, I could get the same equivalent of product in this big one. Here comes the decision. Like, it inverts all of the things that I have been saying for the 1 and the 2. Because at the end of the day, is this a want or a necessity? Maybe not. So I'll put all of those things back and move on with my life. But then again, I might go back and put it on my cart. But I've decided to not put it on my cart. So yeah, basic decision making that I realized that it was my Boolean Theory. Yay! We learned something now. Just like I said, math is like literally everywhere and you never notice it because you don't really put yourselves into it. And the funny thing about it for me is because I just wanted to relate things with theories so that I have certain meaning to it. So that's why I'm sharing you my Boolean theory of decision making. Like, yeah, That's how decision making is. You condition yourself, you practice yourself in small little decisions so that in the future, if you make big time decisions, you could actually have the smooth process of how to deal with it. To think logically first, that's what I learned. And then you put your emotions into it. This is me. When I was younger, my emotions goes first. Like, what? And then, you grow older, you have to think logical first, honey. Think about what you should do before you cry. This is also the reason why I do this, thinking first, because that's how my mom teaches us. And I think that's also the one thing that I've learned from my mom, because my mom is really a very calm person. Like, before you get exaggerated with your feelings, you have to be calm and deal with it first, and then you get exaggerated. And again, it's not really easy to go through with every of this, because you learn by growing up. That is the process of growing up, and that's how you would understand that these are the theories that is that is teach upon us, so that in the future, if there's something that we don't understand, we have this logical mind processing or mind condition that these are the things that we have learned. So what are we gonna do to partake with it? So think logically first. Think about what you should do. And if you cannot answer the things of what you should do, then you can cry. But if you can still answer what you should do, or what is it, where is it coming from, how are you going to deal with it, you can still manage it. You can still have the Boolean theories in your plate and do whatever it is to solve the problem. Easier said than done, guys, of course, at the end of the day. But that's just how it helped me all throughout when it comes to decision making. And at the end of the day, after weighing all of those things, whether you're gonna take this or take that, I would take this and this and this, or maybe not. But in the end, it's how you feel about it. What do you feel at that moment in your life that you feel that is right for you? And then you put it on your shopping grab, and then you put it on your grocery bag, your shopping cart, if that's what makes you happy. So yeah, little decision, right? Boolean theory in decision making. Yay! So thank you so much, guys, for watching till the very end of this video, and I hope whatever decision that you are making right now, or you have made in the past, I hope you have chose the good choice. But if not, we're humans. It is our nature to fail. And it is our nature to fail in the certain decision. It's our nature to not be always at the good track or the right track. But at the end of the day, we learn from these decisions, good or bad. But as long as that decision makes you happy, go for it. But of course, before you go for it, guys, you have to weigh things, good and bad and good. Weigh it in the most possible way, so that if you have chose that specific decision, you would be happy, or you would be okay with that decision making. And I hope you are safe. I hope you're fine. And I hope your dreams would come true, and so as my dreams would come true. Bye.